Hello everyone and welcome to the Evart Motorcycle Trail, ORV Trail, whatever, it's just for motorcycles. We are here in Evart, Michigan with Zach, Tyson, and Doug. This is the first time Doug's with us on this channel. But this is, in my opinion, the best motorcycle trail in the Lower Peninsula. I figured what I'm going to be doing here is if I'm going to be posting videos of just basic trail riding, what I might as well do is get some different trails in once in a while, not just the same trails every time. A little bit of variation is good, and I figured I might as well rate them based on my experience and how fun I think they are and how difficult I think they are. Basically this trail right here starts with a bunch of whoops and just sandy nastiness, and eventually goes into this logged off section here where it's still sandy and everything. And well, before I get started, I'll rate this this trail on a level of difficulty. I would say difficulty, I would give it like a 7, because it's got some difficult sections, but I mean it's not that hard to actually finish the trail. And for fun factor, as far as Michigan trails go, I give it a 10. All right, there, I just caught a raspberry bush to the upper lip. That subtract 1 from fun factor. All right, we'll give it a 9 for fun factor because of the raspberry bush to the lip. So after the logged off section, it's actually starting to grow up a bit. But after that section, you come into a wood section here that's kind of curvy and a little bit darker dirt. It's more topsoil type dirt compared to the sandiness of the logged off area. And you come through the woods and you follow them along. It's a twisty, turny, rut-ridden, rocky trail. And it's just fun. There's logs here. You can see Zach's trying to get over there, and Ty's trying to get over that log there, and he stalls it out. And it's fun. There's log crossings and route crossings. There's something for everybody. There's dirt, there's mud, there's climbs. This is a rocky little climb, kind of a quarter of the way into the loop, and it's fun. You pick a line and try to get up it, and you can see the other guys at the top. As is the tradition, when there's a hard spot, you stop and you watch the other guys just to see if they're gonna bite it or if they're gonna do something cool. But this section was fun enough that we turned around and we actually did it a second time. Here's me coming up the same trail. Well, same trail, the same section of the trail, coming up through the rocks. And this time I'm going to pick a little bit different line, just for some variation. The roots, you can tell, are just big and difficult to climb up. And this is why for difficulty I gave this this trail like a 7 rating, because there are sections like this that you can actually play on that are somewhat difficult. Here's Doug. Doug pretty much told us he climbed it once, he wasn't going to climb it again. Alright, so I'm following Doug here, and this is one thing I have to warn you about. Boom! I just hit that rock. And the rocks on this trail are a 2-strokes worst nightmare because I dented my pipe right there. It's not a big ding, but it's a ding nonetheless. And every time that we've ridden this trail, at least one guy in the group has dinged his pipe, so unless you have a good pipe guard on or something, you know, you've got to be careful with the 2 strokes. But either way, it's still fun. You're going to spend money doing this, so you might as well have a fun time doing it. So about halfway through the trail, I'm coming downhill here, and you come into this sandy kind of recreation scramble area where there's some climbs that you can do with people actually bring like quads and stuff back here and just climb this area with quads. But it's a pretty cool little section, and it's steeper than it actually looks. I mean, it's not hard. It's not a hard climb or anything, but it is depending on where you go, because right here I actually don't make it up. But it's definitely steeper than it looks on the video, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of people you'll see just hanging out down there having a bonfire or something and climbing their machines. Here's me trying to walk it down backwards because I'm kind of stuck. We'll give it a second attempt here in a second. Not in that exact same spot though. I don't know why I didn't attempt it again in the same spot, because usually if I mess up and can't do something, I have to go back and try it again until I can do it. But not only is climbing in some spots a little bit difficult, but actually coming down is a little bit difficult, and you can get yourself into some trouble coming down the hills too. Here's Tyson. I didn't know what he was doing, but I think maybe Zach coming up the hill screwed him up, and he somehow washed the front end and got it in the sand and went down. Here's Doug on the XR200 showing us what the beast can do.
I was hoping that was going to be better than it was.
Getting all crazy.
Whoa, he's going to hold it. He's going to keep it.
Alright, so leaving the scramble climb area, following Zach up this hill. He gets a little crazy too. He hits a rut, he goes flying over the side, and I don't know. It looks like he went down before his chest came in contact with the tree, so that's good. Doug goes up past us. But coming up next to Zach, of course, you know, the first thing he wants to know is, did I get it on video?
I was a little ways away, but...
Continuing on, here I am following Zach, and decided, you know, we'll pick up the pace a little bit, see if I can make a pass on him. And look, this spot, there's the climbs and the roots and all kinds of fun stuff. That was a big root. It was sticking up like probably a good 6 inches above the trail. But anyway, I'm following Zach, and just to get a little practice in, to get a little better, trying to get a pass in on him. And the thing is, though, Zach doesn't know this. It's always easier to race somebody if they don't know you're actually racing. So so here's Zach in front, and the cool thing is, this year all of us in this group that I ride with have improved. We're all getting faster and getting more comfortable on these bikes, and we're just having a blast out here. The rocks and roots and stuff throwing you around, but I don't know, the hair scrambles have definitely improved my trail riding. I'll say that for sure.
Damn bug in my
goggles. Oh, I got a bug in my goggles. That's always fun. Little rut section. And you could just tell by the rocks and stuff and the logs laying across it, this is rough. And this is why I gave it a difficulty level of 7. It's not impossible to get through, but depending at what speed you try to take it or what lines you try to take, it can be a little hard. Right here I get past Zach, so I'm trying to catch up to Tyson. And once again, you know, Tyson, he doesn't know this, but I'm coming up on him. So all of a sudden, Tyson hears me. He has to hear me because he kicks it up another gear and just takes off. So now the race is on. And this is where the real fun is on the trail. And this is just a blast. I mean, don't go out and get yourself killed, but it's fun to go out with other people and just kind of play a little game of cat and mouse and chase each other around. See if you can catch them, see if you can make a pass on them somewhere. And every time we hit a whoop section, Tyson and Zach both would just pull away from me. And I'm thinking that's because I've got my suspension set so soft right now for the hare scrambles, because in the hare scrambles, we really don't run into these whoop sections like this. It's mostly little rocks and roots and things that'll just kind of jump you around. So I think I'm going to leave the suspension set real soft, maybe stiffen it up just a little, but I'm feeling pretty good with where it's at. And right after this section, my camera ended up going out, but I will tell everyone that this is definitely a fun trail. I give it 2 thumbs up and highly recommend it. If you want a challenge and you want something that's not just your normal trail, go out and try Evart, because it's a blast. It's a whole lot of fun. Ooh, some deep little mud ruts. And it's not just the riding and everything that makes trail riding fun. It's the conversations and the discussions that all of us riders have.